Well, hey, everybody. It is old HRK here, everybody's favorite bartender, and it is time for another episode of The Perfect Drink, where we believe there's a perfect drink for every occasion, even being seduced into vandalizing your school.
The perfect drink.
The perfect drink.
The perfect drink. The perfect drink.
The Perfect Drink is a podcast that combines amazing cocktails with the kind of infinite wisdom that can only come from a lifetime of poor decisions. So take a journey with everybody's favorite bartender. We can make some drinks, have some laughs, and who knows, you might even learn a thing or two. See you soon. All right, take fucking two. I don't know what it is about me and Will spending time together, but every time we do, I forget to fucking hit record. We just did the podcast about 3 minutes from the end, and I looked to see where we were at for time and noticed that I did not fucking press record. So we're gonna run it back, as they say in athletics. Fucking big week. We're gonna kick things off, paying homage to America's greatest unattractive actor. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta. Living, breathing proof. Well, not anymore, but you know what I mean. He was living, breathing proof that no matter how bad your skin is, you can be successful if you're talented enough. Every time I see a guy like Ray Liotta who made it, it makes me feel like I mustn't be that talented because I'm pretty fucking handsome and I'm still still emailing dildo companies being like, please sponsor my podcast. I'll do anything. Fucking Ray Liotta. The best part about having bad skin is like in being famous is that if his career went to shit, he always could have went to Proactive like Jessica Simpson and just like, you know, got a fucking Proactive deal, you know. And then she did Proactive and Weight Watchers or one of Jenny Craig, something like that. I don't know, maybe the key to like, I think once you're famous and then things go to shit, you can always just like fuck your life up and then fix yourself and get some kind of, maybe I should just fuck everything up and then fix my life, and then maybe I'll get a fucking sponsor that pays me instead of just sends me alcohol. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. Thought Nancy Pelosi got a DUI today. I was driving in, I was watching TikTok, and I saw a thing about Nancy Pelosi and DUI, and I was half paying attention. I was like, oh, this is going to be fucking awesome. But it was her husband, not her. And I don't like to... Look, if I was married to that fucking old battle axe, I'd be drunk all the time. I'm married to a beautiful girl, and I'm drunk all the time, so I don't know how that guy fucking does it. Went to the gas station the other day and got stuck behind a lotto guy. You know what I mean when I say lotto guy? A lotto guy is a guy who plays the lotto, but not like, hey, give me a quick pick. Like a guy who has a system. You know what I mean? He's always in line for like 15 minutes, telling the girl about his pick 3 box, triple bogey, whatever the fuck. I don't know anything about it. But those guys are the worst fucking people to be in line behind. I've been trashing, I was trashing Rascal people last week. Now I'm trashing Lotto people. Fucking coupon people. Coupon people suck too. Coupon people are the same as Lotto people. Like, everything's just like, they just take fucking forever. Well, they're not the same as Lotto people. They're kind of the opposite. Because like coupon people are pinching pennies, right? And Lotto people are just fucking spending money they probably don't have. I feel like Lotto people should use coupons, and coupon people probably wouldn't kill them to play the Lotto. Live a little bit. If you're out there and you're a couponer, play the fucking Lotto, you pussy. And if you're out there spending all your money on Lotto tickets, cut that shit out and fucking start using coupons. I guarantee both of your lives will change for the better. Look at me fucking improving everybody's day to day. As you know, I've been Ubering a lot lately. Old Red's down, total fucking bummer. But my cousin's coming this week to put a starter in it, so I'll be driving again. We can finish we can make our intro to the podcast. Will, that's a personal comment that has nothing to do. No one will know what I mean except Will, but that's okay. Any fucking ways. So I'm Ubering a lot, and I was DoorDash. I didn't do DoorDash as a DoorDasher, but I used DoorDash as a service, and I started thinking like, I wonder if I could fucking get an Uber driver to drive me to DoorDash people's food. Like, because DoorDash, I Googled. So I started Googling. DoorDash makes a little more money than Uber. Or like Uber Eats makes a little more money than Uber. So I feel like I could get an Uber to take me to Taco Bell and then take me to some dude's house who wants Taco Bell and make like $8. You know what I mean? So that is just more evidence of how great my fucking life is going because I'm trying to figure out how to use Uber to work for Uber Eats. God, I'm a fucking loser. Anyways, watching what she's doing. Guys pretending to... Ashley made a post the other day about her hair. Oh, man, a lot of action outside. What the fuck's going on? Is there fucking demolition derby out there? Jesus Christ. Ashley made a post the other day that was like something about hair, you know. It was like, brunettes going blonde. You can't treat your hair like it's brunette anymore, blah, blah, blah. I didn't understand it because I'm not a fucking hairstylist, nor am I a girl who's dyed her hair. And girls were all like commenting like, girl, amen, I get it. Oh, these are these fucking dudes who come in and do the change. They're so fucking loud. I hate these fucking guys. We'll every now and then cut to these fucking jagoffs. Anyways, they're going to be loud as fuck. Pardon the interruption, but we're going to power through it. So the point is, she comments this, she makes this post and whatever. I'm sure that if you're a girl who gets her hair dyed, it makes sense to you. Like I said, girls were commenting like amen, sis, and whatever the fuck girls say to each other. But dudes were commenting. Like dudes were putting like ROTLF or whatever. Was that the acronym? Rolling on the floor? I don't fucking know. But dudes were like commenting. And then like one guy was like, I just spit my drink out and all that dumb shit. And I looked at Ashley. I was like, I don't get the joke. Like, what's the joke? She's like, well, it wasn't a joke. I was just trying to explain to people. Like, I was trying to give people information. And give me just a sec. We'll just wait it out. Will's the best. Do you remember what the fuck I was talking about? Because I sure don't.
Maybe I could stop and rewind.
No, don't do that. No. I'll figure it out. I know I did the Uber DoorDash. Oh, I was talking about guys pretending to be funny so girls can bang them. Okay. All right. The Polish money collection brigade has left the building, and we're back on. We're rolling. If I'm not mistaken, I was in the middle of carrying on about Ashley's post about hair and dudes being like, I just spit my drink out. And I was like, I looked at her, I was like, I don't get the joke, you know? And she was like, it wasn't a joke. I was like telling girls how to like treat their hair if they're brunette and go blonde, blah, blah, blah. My point is this. But it's a long extended point. But anyways, the point is, first of all, like girls just, generally speaking, I'm going to eat shit for this, but whatever. Generally speaking, girls just aren't as funny as guys. Now, I don't mean that there's not a girl out there who's funnier than a guy out there. But what I mean is if you took the fucking 10,000, let's say 1,000. You took the 1,000, let's say 10,000. You took the 10,000 funniest people in the world. Let's say you took the 1,000,000 funniest people in the world, on the planet. Don't have to be famous. Maybe it's some fucking fifth grader in Bangladesh who's a class clown and he's hilarious. Notice I'm saying he. You put them all on like some sort of chart, whatever, pie graph. You made a pie graph, fucking pie graph. 98% of those people are going to be dudes because girls just aren't, generally speaking, as funny as guys. Like I said, I know I'm going to eat a bunch of shit for this, but I fucking stand by it. And my point is, guys want to bang girls, right? So what we do is we laugh at their shitty fucking jokes. And I was trying to explain this to Ashley, and she was like, well, wait, am I not that funny? And I was like, well, you're not that fucking funny. Ashley's pretty funny for a girl, the way that someone is like fast for a girl or, you know, good at basketball for a girl. She's funny for a girl, but she's not fun. The 10 funniest people I know, she's not one of them. Not even fucking close, man. And these dudes out here trying to bang girls, I don't care. Try away. But what you're doing is you're giving these girls a false sense of confidence. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you what, you see it in comedy all the time. I know some super fucking hilarious female comedians, don't get it twisted. But when you go to a show and there's like a shitty female comedian, they get more fake laughs than shitty dude comedians do. I laugh every time I'm at a show, every time a comedian tells a joke, because I try to be supportive. But girls get better fake laughs than guys do because, you know, they have the vagina, and that is a powerful weapon. feel like the hardest part about and the real hot ones try to downplay their hotness a lot of the times. There's a lot of hot comedians out there that like dress like lesbians so that they know if they make it, they made it on merit and not on their looks. I say fucking exploit your looks, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. I feel like the hardest part about being a female comedian is either dressing like a lesbian or being funny. I don't know which, but just lost 12 sponsors and I'm going to eat a bunch of shit. There's going to be some real good female comedian who's going to hear that and she's going to fuck me up. And I deserve it, so whatever, it's fine. Watch him play. I was at me and Ashley were at a bar the other night, and it was a bar that I applied to a while back, a long time ago, and they never fucking called me back. And they had this girl in there that was cute. One more fucking example. No, I'm really trashing the ladies today. And she was cute, but she's a terrible fucking bartender. And the place was like melting down. She fucking sucked. Everyone was waiting for drinks. The bar wasn't even full. And the point is, sometimes it's fun to go into places that don't hire you and watch people suck. You know what I mean? It's like when you break up with someone and then like 3 months later they're dating a shitbag. And you're like, yeah, well, you're going to fucking rue this day. I mean, that's what that feels like. And it's a good feeling. So that place that didn't call me back, fuck you. I'm at Mugshots and it's way better, so eat shit. Grown men crying at the bar. In my notes, I have a note that says grown men crying at the bar. That same night, me and Ashley are sitting at this bar or whatever. And there's this dude in the corner. He's a black fella. And he's drinking hard. Like he's going after it. Like doubles a Hennessy, just fucking going. And you can tell like that he's starting to get emotional. He's doing like a deep breath every now and then, sitting alone. And just every now and then he'll be like, like he's just like, you can tell he's on the verge of a fight. I didn't know if he was going to shoot the place up or start crying. I didn't know. But he was having a real hard time. And then me and Ashley are like watching this guy, and I told her, I was like, we should play like an old school R&B song and see if we can like hit this guy in the feels and just get him to start fucking bawling at the bar. So Ashley gets her Touch Tunes app out, and in my imagination, she's gonna play like some Otis Redding, you know. I think she's gonna play like I've Been Loving You for Too Long to Stop Now, you know, something like that. And she plays fucking Unbreak My Heart by Tony, I believe it's by Tony Braxton. So I don't know if you know this song, but it's like a long, slow ballad, female power singer song. I don't know how long it is, but that night it was 26 fucking minutes long. The bar's full of like 65-year-old white guys just looking at each other like, who the fuck played this stupid shit? And I'm like trying to yell at Ashley without everyone knowing that she played it, you know? And in the middle of me being like, what are you doing? This is not what I had in mind. We look at the guy, and sure as shit, man, just like a fucking summertime yard sprinkler just pouring out of his face. He's making weird like mouth open moves and just bawling like a fucking baby. The point is, don't cry at the bar. Oddly enough, last night a guy cried at the bar. It was super fucking weird. I was bartending, a guy started crying. He was talking about, I forget, but I think I've seen a grown man cry at the bar 4 times in my life, and 2 of them were this week. So I don't know. Must be something about Tony Braxton, because I should have played Tony Braxton when the guy was crying last night. That'd have been pretty goddamn funny. School shooting. I got school shooting in the notes. Listen, I don't like to fucking get political on this show, but we had this fucking school shooting. This dude was in the school for fucking like 45 minutes before anybody did anything, and everyone's making it about this gun, the fancy AR. I don't know shit about guns. I'm not a gun guy. I can tell you my stance on guns is my stance on everything. Let people do whatever they want. But everyone's making it about this gun, and I get that the gun is a dangerous gun. But this guy was in the school for 45 minutes, dude. I could fucking strangle 18 kids in 45 minutes. Not that I would, you know. But I'm just saying, I don't think it's a gun thing at that point. I think it's get the fuck in the building thing. And what's funny is the person that came in the building was like a teacher's husband who was across the street getting his haircut. Keep in mind that when I say things on this show, I could very well be wrong. It's all hearsay. I have no fucking clue. But apparently the teacher had a husband who was getting his haircut across the street, and she texted him, and she was like, hey, there's someone in here, blah, blah, blah. This guy, I assume finished his haircut because he probably knew he was going to be on the news. I know I would have finished my haircut. So he finished his haircut. He gets a gun from the barber, goes into the school and stops the guy via, the old bullet to the wherever the fuck. And there's just 20 cops standing outside scratching their fucking heads while the dude getting his haircut storms in and saves the day. Probably looked great for the fucking photo afterwards, too, because he came straight from the barber. Probably did the old, you ever been to the barber where they yank your nose hairs out? Yeah, probably got the works, the hot towel treatment. I'd have been like, the barber was like, do you got time for the hot towel? And he's like, nah, fuck, let's do it. So, yeah, I don't know. But the school, the theme today is school. So that's why I brought that up. Like I said, I don't usually talk politics, and I'm not trying to right now. I was just trying to make a funny joke about a guy getting a haircut. Anyways, let's rip some shots. Oh, shit.
Ripping shots. Ripping shots. All of my friends are ripping shots. Ripping shots. Ripping shots. I'm stumbling a lot.
Oh, man. I had to go real fast there just before the song. Like I said, this is round 2, so I was not prepared for that. Much as I am not prepared for anything live. Today's shot is a green tea shot. Green tea shot is easy to make, and it's delicious. It's equal parts Jameson, peach schnapps, and sour mix. You shake it, you pour it, you put it down your face hole. It tastes like green tea, hence the name. And I know what you're thinking. Hey, old HRK, what the fuck does a green tea shot have to do with anything about school? Well, let me fucking tell you. When I was a kid, and you got a detention, the detention came on a green piece of paper, and it was called a green sheet. I got a green sheet almost every day. There was a time in my life, Will, I'm not shitting, where I would come home and my mom would say, did you get a detention today? And if I said no, she was so proud of me. Talk about a fucking low bar. But yeah, and I always felt, I was like, I made my mom happy today. I didn't get a fucking detention. But yeah, I was a real dipshit. I never got one for doing anything bad. It was mostly my mouth. But anyways, so today's Rippin' Shots question was, how I worded it was, my nose is like itching now. I feel like whatever. I need to go to that same barber that dude was at and get my fucking nose hairs yanked out. I'll tell you that. The Rippin' Shots question was, what is the worst / most embarrassing / dumbest thing you ever got in trouble at school for? Oh shit. Now I got a bunch of fucking stupid answers. Maybe because I put dumbest, I got a bunch of shitty answers. But I got a couple good ones. And what's funny is between the first take and this take, I got an answer just now. So I'm going to read that one because it was pretty good. But I'll start with this dude Cameron from Joliet. He commented, where the fuck is it? Cameron. He commented, I got detention for popping a styrofoam cup on the lunch table. I'm pretty sure the only reason I got in trouble was because it scared the shit out of the asshole who gave me the detention. Now, let me tell you, that's not very interesting. But what is interesting is what happened next. After he made that comment, some girl, Christy Lynn, commented, no. She replied to him. She was like, no, I'm pretty sure you got detention for being an asshole. That's disgusting. Good luck at life, Cameron. Like, what? Does she have one of those irrational fears of styrofoam? Probably not. I'll bet you dollars to fucking donuts. She knows Cameron. She went to school with him. I'll bet she hated his guts. And then they get into this whole fucking thing. He replies to her. He says, I agree. It was a disgusting display of behavior that no 14-year-old kid should ever take part in. He's being sarcastic. The poor, empty, clean cup made substantial mess that had to be picked up by hand, and the minimally loud popping noise was a minor inconvenience for a small fracture of time. Great fucking response, Cameron. I probably couldn't have done better myself. Probably could have done a little better, but nevertheless, that was a good one. Those two have some weird sexual tension that goes back to like 5th grade. You can tell they need to just get together at the Sybaris and fucking hash things out. Cameron and Christy Lynn. I'm gonna follow up with Christy Lynn, and I'm gonna get the scoop on this. I'm gonna talk about it next week because that's pretty goddamn funny. Cameron, yeah, popped a cup. That is stupid. It's not disgusting. It's just dumb. Whatever. Ashley, my girlfriend, Ashley from New Lenox, And I knew that she would have something because she's been in trouble her whole life. She's a lot like me. We are so alike that we have no business being together. That's what we're. You know what I mean? We're those two people. You know. But any fucking ways. She said my scary story I wrote for a second grade project was a bit too realistic. They had to call in my mom and the school counselor to assess me. Now she spelled assess wrong. She spelled access. But you know, she went to Midlow. What are you gonna do? She's very, very smart in a lot of ways. She's just not the most. She just wouldn't know the difference between acts. She doesn't know there, and there. You know what I mean? But I mean, I don't know. She's smarter than me. Whatever. I digress. Anyways, so I dug into it a little bit. I was like, well, what was the fucking picture? And she said she wrote this story and drew a picture of like a naked family hanging like from the neck by trees and like fucking whatever, second grade. I said, Ashley, how does a second grader draw naked people? Like, I just assume you're drawing sticks people in second grade. I was like, did you draw titties and shit? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, you're fucking weird. So then she got in big trouble. She redid the story, and her new story was a spider crawled out of a jack-o'-lantern, which is way more age appropriate. And she stands by the fact that intervention, that assessment, that assessment by the counselor was the only thing that stood between her and like being a horror movie, a famous horror movie maker. I feel like maybe it's the only thing that stood in between her being a serial killer, but what the fuck do I know? Then we got this one. Fucking, Christ. I'm not fucking, we had to stop the show. We restarted, whatever. But I got a new one. Where the fuck is it? Here we go. Rita from, where did I say she was from, Will? Do you remember? Let me just click on her fucking thing. This is terrible. Crown Point, Indiana. Home of the, I don't know. The Crown Point's like the Naperville of Indiana. So it's like the Midlow of Illinois. So I don't know why I'm trashing Indiana. I'd live there in a second if I could. I did for like 3 months. It was great. She said, at the last day of school, I broke eggs on the teachers' cars. What a weird way to say that. I broke eggs on the She sounds like she like cracked them. Like she was like she was making them over easy. Just say I egged the teachers' cars. Egged is a verb that means that you threw eggs at a thing. They don't teach you that at Midlow. Tell you that right now. It broke eggs on the teachers' cars to turn around and see the principal and coach watch me do it. It was epic. I got suspended the first week of school the following year. There's got to be a real vendetta to hold on to something. The principal must have been a woman to hold on to that hate for fucking 3 months through summer and make you suspended the first week of school the next year. Also, being suspended the first week of school is just a summer break extension. I feel like I would love to be suspended the first week of school because you don't learn anything that first week anyways. I don't know. I feel like they rewarded her for making an omelet on the teacher's car, but whatever. Speaking of fucking eggs, when I was a kid, look, this is take two. So I told a story about how I got in trouble at school, but now it just doesn't feel right. But then I led that into another story about egging a girl's house. So I'm going to tell a story about egging a girl's house, and that's what I'm going to do. So when I was a kid, we went to egg this girl Brandy's house. We didn't like her. We probably did like her, right? The same as Cameron and fucking whatever that bitch's name was. I probably did like her, right? So we egged her house. We, being dumb kids, criminals are dumb, right? Kids who egg people's houses are like criminals. Like the reason you get caught is because you're dumb. You're egging houses because you're dumb. Because if you were smart, you wouldn't be egging houses. So you get caught for the same reason. That's my point. So we parked our bikes across the street from the house we were egging. Left our bikes there. Walked around, whatever, did like a side entry, egged the girl's house, and then went like a different way. And like 30 minutes later, circled back to our bikes. It's like 11 o'clock at night. We're in like 6th grade. And we're getting our bikes, and I look up, and there is a dude walking across the fucking road with a rifle in his hand. And my buddies hop on their bikes because they're not as dumb as me, and they hightail it out of there. Well, me, like a fucking horse's ass, just freeze up, and I stare at the guy. And he just walks up to me, he grabs my bike, and he doesn't even talk. It was very scary. Turns around and takes my bike back to the house. Now, I assume his thought was, this kid's going to have to come get his bike, and when he does, he's going to, have consequences and repercussions. Well, my only consequence and repercussions was I didn't have a bike after that because I sure as fuck wasn't going back to that house. I told my parents my bike got stolen, and that was the end of it. Like 6 weeks pass, water under the bridge. Me and Brandy are like back to laughing at school, and everything's fine. And fucking one day she calls me and invites me over, and she's got some cute girls there. So I was like, okay, everything going to be okay? Is it going to be weird with your parents or whatever because I egged your house? And she's like, no, nobody's even home. It's fine. Come on over. I was like, okay, cool. I get to the fucking house. These little hoochies are looking out the window at me giggling, and her brother comes to the front door. Her brother is like a 35-year-old man, same guy with the rifle. 35 years old, living at home. You want to know who steals kids' bikes with a rifle at 11 o'clock at night? 35-year-old dudes with mustaches who live at home. That's fucking who. This guy comes to the door, but he was very nice. He was very nice now that I think about it. But he said, I don't know how Brandy got you over here, but it's time to clean up the eggs. The first thought in my head was, you haven't cleaned the fucking eggs yet? I wanted to be like, I thought he was just going to like lecture me or like, I don't call my parents. The eggs were still on the fucking house, man. 6 weeks. Like, these are the people who if you let your kid live at home till he's 35, you probably still have egg on your house from someone egging it. I don't fucking know. Like that night when he grabbed my bike, he could have been like, come on, you're cleaning these eggs up right now. I would have gone over there, wet fucking, what do you call those things, sponge. The eggs would have been wet. It would have been real easy. It's the dead of fucking winter. These things are frozen, fucking thawed on, and I'm out there just on a ladder. I should have fallen off the fucking ladder and like broke my ankle and sued those motherfuckers. Most people that have 35-year-olds living at home don't have much money anyways, except the 35-year-old. In a house where a 35-year-old lives at home, the only person in that house that's got any money is the 35-year-old. I'm really carrying on about this. But anyways, I'm on this ladder cleaning these eggs. I'm freezing my ass off. The eggs are caked onto it. They're a part of the house now, right? He doesn't give me a scraping device, just a sponge. And the fucking guy, I'm cleaning these eggs off, and I look in the window, and the girls are like the eggs are on the fascia and the overhang, and I'm scrubbing them. And the window's right in front of me to like whatever room in the house. And the girls are in the window in my face, like talking shit. And I was in 6th grade, and I did what any 6th grader would do, which is not fall off the ladder, fake an injury, and sue them, but start crying. Just started fucking crying like a big goddamn ball bag. Finished the job, got on my bike, rode my bike home crying, and those girls fucking made me eat shit for like the next until the end of the school year, till the last day of school, when I should have egged their house again like that girl and got suspended, but whatever. Maybe that's why I carried on about how girls aren't funny for the first fucking 15 minutes of this podcast, because I was mad about Brandy and Jamie making fun of me for fucking whatever. But with that, let's wrap up ripping shots and let's make this cocktail. Today's cocktail is a homemade. It's an HRK original, and it is called, I don't know if I'm calling it Whitney the Babysitter or Whitney's Babysitting or something like that, but it's inspired. The inspiration for the drink is, it's summertime, get a babysitter and come day drink. So you're going to go about 1.5 ounces of pink Whitney vodka, hence Whitney's Babysitting. You're going to go like 1 ounce of Jose Cuervo 1800 coconut, which to me is the unsung hero of tequila. Super delicious. Nobody knows about it, but it's fucking awesome. And then you're going to add a little cream. You can put whipped cream in it. On the first take, I used all the whipped cream. And now I don't have it, so we're just using cream, but it's good either way. And then you're going to do a little bit of maybe a 1/2 ounce of grenadine, just for color. That's all grenadine does. The only thing grenadine does is make a drink red and make it taste like shit. Oh, Jesus. You shake for about 10, 15 seconds. Always shake a martini longer than you shake a shot. A couple more shakes. Pour that in there. Look how pretty. Looks like strawberry quick, right? It's super good. Now, if I didn't waste all the whipped cream, what I would do is pour some on the top. Maybe garnish with a cherry. But, whatever. We'll have to put in the outtakes. Put it like after the show when I sprayed whipped cream all over the bar in accident. Let's give her a taste. It's super good, man. It's a great drink. So yeah, school's out. The kids are all home. Ashley was telling me that Lifetime Fitness, she was like, we should get a Lifetime membership. She said, you can put your kids in daycare and like work out, but you can like hang out there for like 5 hours. It don't matter. She's like, you can go to the pool and shit. I was like, Ashley, don't you think your kids would enjoy I didn't say like, she wasn't suggesting that she would do this, but it was like, there's moms out there that take their kids to daycare at the gym, don't work out and just sit at the pool, like sunbathe. I think that's fucking awesome. But so my point is, if you get a Lifetime membership, my advice is take your kids to the daycare, right? Tell them you forgot your phone in the car. Go out, get in the car, come to Mug Shots. I'll serve you up a fucking Whitney the babysitter. And when your husband texts you and asks you where the kids are, say, Whitney's babysitting. I'm at the bar. And that's it. Let's make this last call for alcohol.
Last call for alcohol.
All right. To sum things up. I remember nothing about what I was talking about. Ray Liotta, rest in peace. You're a fine actor and an unattractive fella. If you're ever at a barber shop across the street from a school that's getting shot up, make sure you finish your haircut before you go save the day because you might end up in the paper. And, it's summertime. School's out. Nobody's learning shit right now. I swear to God, a kid hasn't learned anything in fucking 4 years, 3 years. But your kids aren't learning shit anyway, so just lock them in the fucking closet. Go out and go day drinking. And, tell people Whitney's babysitting. With that, this is old HRK signing off saying, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. We'll see you next time on The Perfect Drink. Thanks for listening to The Perfect Drink. Remember, you can always hear me first on Be Positive Radio every Monday at 1 p.m. If you miss me there, all episodes are available on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you might listen to your podcasts. Be sure to like, subscribe, and tell a friend. If you're interested in being a guest on the show or you just want to tell me how much you like me, feel free to send me an email at hrkpresents@gmail.com or just slide into my DMs like your mom does. See you next time.